Welcome back, boys and girls. Thanks for coming back. Again, my name is Audrey Eero, and today we're going to be talking about just two big sports events that happened the last couple of days, NBA Finals and the Stanley Cup Finals. Let's start with Game 4 of the NBA Finals in Orlando. The Magic were able to come back in Game 3, get a win on the board. So they are down just 1 to 2 games now to the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers are 6-0 in the playoffs after a loss, and the Magic are 7-0 after that little girl sings the national anthem. So one had to give tonight on Thursday night. So let's see which one it is. Starting at halftime, which I know is unusual, but for this sports show, but we're going to start at halftime. The score was 37-49 Orlando. Howard had 14 rebounds, which was just as many as the Lakers had as a team total. So he was working the boards, getting Orlando, second chance opportunities, and just keeping the ball away from Lakers half of the court. The Lakers were in foul trouble much of the first half, so that caused some unusual lineups for LA and some problems for them, matchup issues. But the Lakers were down by 12, but the third quarter became the game changer in Orlando. Third quarter, the Lakers are able to convert on Magic turnovers, which gives them fast break points, of course, to help them get back in this game. Tough fadeaway by Turkoglu makes it 46-54 Magic. Kobe, in an interview right here, they inserted, gives Turkoglu props and calling him crafty, which is always good, giving the opposition, the respect and stuff like that. So giving props to them. Ariza, who was once 0 for 6, now hits a 3 to make it a 1-point game, 53-54. He had 11 points in the first 5.5 minutes of the third quarter. Andrew Bynum makes a couple of free throws, which gives LA their first lead since the beginning of the first quarter. It's 55-54. Things start to get a little heated towards the end of the third quarter. A Kobe elbow maybe towards Dwight Howard thrown, but no technicals. So this commences the Kobe sucks chants from the crowd, the obligatory Kobe sucks chants. Kobe then actually puts up a 2 as the quarter ends. It's 67-63 LA. LA scored 30 points in that third quarter and held Orlando's just 14. So big turnaround for the Lakers to give them the lead from a 12-point deficit. 13 of the 30 points for LA came from Trevor Ariza, who just pretty much dominated that quarter. Into the fourth quarter, and another foul on a 3-point shooter in this series, which just seems to be a recurring issue for both sides apparently. Odom this time fouls Turkoglu, who's in the final seconds of the shot clock, just as the shot clock is expiring, just heaves up a 3, and Odom falls for it and ends up fouling him. Mark Jackson remarks on players' lack of discipline to stay down until the shooter leaves the ground. Basic fundamentals that these players aren't apparently getting. Hito gets 2 of the 3 free throws. It's 67-71 Lakers. Brini mentions that Petrus has been perfect from the line as he's attempting his second free throw. He was fouled, obviously, so he's attempting his second free throw. And Brini happens to mention that he's been perfect from the line. And just when he says that, I say, I'm not even looking at the TV. I'm just writing my notes for the show, and I'm like, yeah, he's gonna miss now. And just like that on cue, he does. So yeah, it always seems to happen that way. Jinxed him. So not so perfect anymore, but he at least gets 1 of 2. But later on, approaching the halfway mark of the fourth quarter, and both Odom and Bynum have 5 fouls, and Gasol gets his 4th foul. So foul trouble still an issue for the Lakers. Turkoglu misses 3 of his last 4 free throws, but he's able to tie the game at 79. Dwight gets a 3-point play and gives Magic the 82-79 lead at 3 minutes to go. And under a minute now, Orlando's up by 5, and the Lakers defense kind of collapses on this play and leaves Howard wide open. Bryant prevents an easy layup or the dunk, whichever Superman would have preferred. Probably a dunk. But Kobe prevents it with a hard foul. But Howard ends up missing both free throws, which, yeah, that's going to be obviously another recurring issue in this game. LA rebounds and takes a timeout. Out of timeout, the veteran Derek Fisher ends up having get the ball in his hands, and what does Fisher do? Makes the three, the huge three. Jameer Nelson gave him just too much space, and he was able to take advantage, capitalize, and he ties the game up at this point. With 4.6 seconds left, it was his first three after 5 misses in this game. So good timing. If you're gonna get one, I think there was no better time than this. So it ties up the game, and we are going into overtime for a second time in this series. Back-to-back jumpers by Kobe to kick off the overtime, give Lakers back the lead 91-90. And loose ball foul on Dwight Howard, but he again only makes 1 of 2, but that ties the game at 91. Then Derek Fisher makes another 3-pointer after Kobe elbow to Jameer Nelson's chin, lands Nelson on the floor. So with no defender there, Fish hits another 3, 94-91 with 31.3 seconds left in OT. To end the OT, a couple bad sequences, offensive sequences for the Magic. The Laker pass ahead to Gasol for the easy dunk, but Peacher's two-arm bats him in the back. Just 2 fists clinched, gets him in the back as he's hanging on the rim. Those two get into it. They both get teed up. Peaches would get a flagrant 1. So the ball back to the Lakers. The league later assessed it next game. No further penalties, no fine, no suspension. So good for Magic on that. They need him. There's basically no point of that foul. It's a silly foul, and the game's over with 3.4 seconds left. But the series obviously beginning to get more intense. So at that point, the game is over, 99-91 Lakers, and they take a commanding 3-1 lead in Orlando. Turkoglu led the way for the Magic with 25 points, and Howard had 16 points and 21 rebounds. He also had 9 blocks, which is a single game record in the finals for blocks. Kobe Bryant didn't shoot well, only 11 for 31, but he got his 32 points, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds. Trevor Ariza had 16 points, all in the second half, and Derek Fisher, the hero of this game, scored 8 of his 12 points in the fourth quarter and overtime, including those 2 clutch free throws. The Lakers went on a 12-1 run to end the game, and obviously free throws were again the name of the game, with Orlando missing 15 free throws, many of them crucial ones down the stretch by Howard and Turkoglu, and that became it. They lost the game, I think, on the free throw line. But turnovers also hurt them, as they had 19 compared to the Lakers' 8. So turnovers and free throws killed the Magic. And where was Rashard Lewis? Not much from him. He only had 6 points from 2 of 10 shooting. So if the Magic they have to survive in Game 5 at home, they're going to have to learn how to shoot free throws, especially down the stretch in key moments of the game. Try as much as possible to finally cut the turnovers down and stop giving the Lakers so many fast break points and second chance points. And it'd be great if Rashard Lewis, stepped up like he did last game. Or something more. If not just tearing up the game, maybe not sucking so bad. Put in a little bit, give him a little bit more. But he was shooting the ball, he just couldn't connect at all.